Let's start on the defense front. Despite concerns and opposition, THAAD, the American missile defense battery, is being set up in South Korea. Suddenly, the U.S. is going back on the agreements reached on the cost covering prior to its deployment. It all started with the always controversial President Donald Trump's sudden thought that Seoul should pay for it. The national security advisors of the two sides held phone conversations over how they should cover the expenses. Right now, a renegotiation on the subject is looking like a strong possibility. Jung-soo has our top story.
South Korea's defense ministry reaffirmed once again on Monday that it will not pay for the U.S. missile defense system THAAD, and that the question of who pays for the battery cannot be renegotiated unless the entire status of forces agreement is revised.
The issue of who pays for THAAD has already been finalized and is also stipulated in the status of forces agreement. This can't be renegotiated.
The ministry was responding to comments by U.S. President Donald Trump, who said Friday that South Korea should pay for the THAAD battery at a cost of about $1 billion, comments deemed by many as misinformed. On Sunday, South Korea's National Security Advisor Kim Kwon-jin and his U.S. counterpart H.R. McMaster spoke by phone to clear up the confusion, which ironically only created more confusion. According to the presidential office of Cheongwade, McMaster had reportedly reassured Kim that the U.S. would stand by the current deal. McMaster affirmed that in an interview with Fox News on Sunday, saying he had told Kim that the U.S. would adhere to its word. But he also said that the last thing he would want to do is contradict the president, and the president had asked them to review the defense cost-sharing agreements with U.S. allies, meaning THAAD could also be renegotiated in that context.
The defense ministry also responded to growing speculation by the South Korean media that the U.S. will try to use the THAAD deployment as a bargaining chip to force Seoul to contribute more to the cost of stationing American troops on the peninsula.
Under current agreements, South Korea is required to contribute to labor cost sharing, construction, and logistics. Weapons acquisition is not part of defense cost sharing, as you may already be aware.
Preliminary procedures for defense cost sharing negotiations are expected to begin near the end of the year. Jung-soo, Arirang News.